may recall the name Karen Silkwood from the big screen, a movie starring Meryl Streep and Cher, a true story of bravery, a woman preparing to out wrongdoing by an Oklahoma-based plutonium plant. What many may not remember, her connection here in Southeast Texas. KFTM's Jade Morrow tonight with this special report.
Karen Silkwood.
We all know who Meryl Streep is, but the woman she portrays in this 1983 film is far less known 50 years after the mysterious car crash that killed her.
Karen, the company's got to blame somebody, otherwise it's their fault.
Her notability comes from the fact that she lost her life doing her job.
A purse, shoes, and pictures belonging to Karen Silkwood are among items at an exhibit in the Museum of the Gulf Coast. The Nederland native, now a Hall of Fame inductee, was considered a whistleblower. In 1974, she had plans to expose Kerr McGee, an Oklahoma-based plutonium production plant, for negligence, after she and other employees were exposed to plutonium.
Karen took on the responsibility through her union to become a whistleblower. And so she gathered some of the observations that she and other employees had made and was going to visit with a New York Times reporter.
A lot has changed since 1964, the year Karen Silkwood graduated from Nederland High School, which is now Central Middle School. But one thing hasn't changed, the memories of her former classmates.
She was an honor graduate. She was in the National Honor Society. I was in the band with her.
Even after all these years, Ginger Silbach can still remember vivid childhood memories. She grew up on 21st Street, one street over from the Silkwood family.
About 4 blocks that I would say 90% of every house had a child about our age within 2 or 3 years. So we did a lot of playing outside, doing things together. That's how Karen and I got to know each other.
Karen and Ginger were a year apart in school, both women moving away from the area after graduation. Karen, described by many we've spoken to as a social butterfly with a strong personality and smart. Silbach says it's no wonder she was doing what was right during her employment at Kerr McGee.
She was willing to take it on. And it was disappointing to hear about her death because she's a vibrant person. She really was.
The one-vehicle car crash remains a mystery, and the documentation she was providing to the reporter never found. But now ABC News reports a break in the case. Never before heard investigative tapes and physical evidence.
50 years later, this kind of information comes forward. So it'll be interesting. Those recordings will see the light of day at some point. It'll be interesting to see what was really going on in the background.
A martyr to labor unions, and though she never made it to that interview, Silkwood's story gained national attention, ultimately shining a light on what she was trying to expose. I'm Jade Morrow, reporting.
12 years after Silkwood's death, a civil suit against Kerr McGee was settled out of court for $1.3 million. The plant no longer exists. Silkwood's family turned down our request for an interview.